Well, hello, hello, hello. We are live, Conversations from Home. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm Brenda. We have Laura Cross, Rick Reese, Mariano Mandine, and we are here to share with you why we decided to join Surge 365, making that decision to change your family's financial future. See, we know how great of a tool this industry is and how we want you to understand what we were excited about. So we are your most trusted travel team, and we're going to take a few minutes to share with you exactly what we wanted when we got into the business. See, everyone's running for something, running to something, and we knew this would be the thing that we could use to change our family's financial future. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I know Laura is ready to share with everyone what she was looking for. Laura?
Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if anybody has been following us, they know I lost my husband about 15 years ago. I lost him on 4 days before Christmas in 2004. And so, I was already kind of going through quite the transition. I had a rough start into the entrepreneur world, I will tell you that much. Being military after I got out and we were moving, I picked up pretty much every blue collar job, whatever I needed to under the sun. So I was used to working for someone. They were all backbreaking, pretty much blue collar jobs. And when I realized, after the military and we got everything settled down, I realized I didn't have to go to work anymore. I had the ability to pay for my home and all the vehicles, and I didn't have to work for somebody anymore. So, I quit my job. I gave them the 30-day notice, and I had quit my job. And I started being from home, and I thought, well, I knew I was going to have to work at something. I just didn't want to work for anyone else. And at that time, data entry was really big. It was something that I could do. So I thought I would do data entry from home. I did a resume on Monster.com or Monster Inc., if you remember that one. I don't even think it's around anymore. But a company had reached out to me about being a travel agent. And that was a thought that had never came to me before. And I thought, wow, that would be really cool because I love to travel. I can do this. So long story short, unfortunately, they were a huge scam. If you've ever seen the movie Matchstick Men, I can tell you that's pretty much what I was a victim of. It cost me $1,000 to get started with them. $20 a month, you made this. It was the first website that I was ever going to own. And I thought, wow, this was cool, when it was really this little animated character saying, oh, welcome to blah, blah, blah. And knowing what we have and what we had the opportunity of, it was the cheesiest thing. But when you've never had a website, you've never been in that world, I thought, cool, I'm in business for myself. I started telling everybody I was going to do this from home. They connected me to a marketing department, a marketing group, which was also a scam, which took me for thousands of dollars. It took me 6 months to a year to eventually get that back through the credit cards. I was pretty devastated, but I knew I wanted to do this. And then I ran into a gentleman that had told me about YTB. It was working as a travel agent from home. And as we know, our founders started that because that's what was available, working as a referring travel agent from home. They introduced me to Rick. And it was like $500. And I'm like, what's $500 at this point? Because I told people I was going to stay home and do this. And this is what I wanted to do. So despite what I had been through, I was going through that. Now, at the time, it was great. It was always fantastic. The platform I thought that we had, I paid the $500 to get started. And at that time, you paid for first class training. And I paid for the eCampus training. So I got myself up to the 75% commission, and I learned how to be a travel agent. Now, I still had that little bug in the back of my head because I'd already just really gotten burned. But now I had people that I could see face to face. I knew where to find them. They lived close by. It wasn't just someone on the other end of the phone. The more I went to the conventions and all the different events, and I got to know the founders, know that I could reach out to them at any time, and knew that they were all about the people, I learned I actually love change. Because this company continually changes to keep us ahead of everything. And it never hurts us. They never take anything away from us. They always make things better. I mean, look at what we have today now. You have the ability to be a travel agent, but you've got a membership and you can own your own discount link. We have so many options and so many things you can do, and it still only costs $500 to get started. I would do it again and again all the time. I have never looked back. I have never regretted that decision. And I have been with these guys for 13 years. So, yeah, not the way I started is not a recommended way to start. But, when you do find people that you can trust and that are honest and they put the people before the company, and it's all about the people and helping them become, financially free, it is such a world of difference. And it's what I've always loved about the company. So I don't know if I was necessarily running from anything. I just knew I didn't need to bust my butt and answer to somebody else. Because when you lost as much as I had, I mean, in 13 months after my husband's death, I had been to 3 funerals, 4 hospitals. I had had enough. And I didn't want somebody telling me, you don't have enough time to go, or you can't be there for your friends and your family. I knew I needed to take control of my own time and my own money and, do that. So, and travel's fun. We already know it's the largest industry, but it's fun. So, I mean, to me, it was just a win-win all around. And like I said, I absolutely love them. And I've never looked back on this decision. I've never gone away from it. I love everything they do. And I look forward to what they're going to have coming for us in the future. So back to you, Brenda, because I know you have your own experience to share. You're muted.
There you go. It always works when you unmute yourself. But that was really good, Laura. I understand what you're talking about, because I myself always knew that you have to work for yourself. You want to work harder for yourself than you do for someone else. And you don't want to have you don't want to have a ceiling. You want to work hard, so achieve what you want. So I always knew you had to have your own business, and home-based businesses is something that I've always tried. So you could imagine everything out there I tried, from, I'm not going to name them all, but from having all the ladies over for different parties, for this kind of makeup, for this kind of cookware, whatever was out there, I was trying it, because I knew that would be the way for you to secure your family's financial future, not have a boss, working from home. When you work hard, you get paid. But one thing that always stopped me with that was I did not feel comfortable trying to convince my friend that this product was better than what they could use when they could quickly just run into a grocery store and pick it up. So it was always a little hesitant on my part. And, that's just me. I was not comfortable trying to convince them that my product was the best product. So when we ran to Surge 365, the travel industry, what I loved about our business is that if you fly Delta, great, you can continue to fly Delta. You just use it through your membership. So I wasn't trying to convince someone that my product was the best product. All I'm doing now with Surge 365 is sharing with everyone how you can use whatever industry. If you have rewards with Marriott, you can still use Marriott. You're just using it through your membership. And like I like to share with folks, it's really a triple dip, because if you're a Marriott rewards, you get that. You use your credit card rewards, you get that. And then you use your membership. Now you have even more rewards. So for doing something that you're going to do anyway, why not have your own membership? Because a lot of us are going to be traveling. We're going to be running out of here. We're going to be trying to figure out which way to go and how to go. And you now have your membership that has everything for you, that can help you decide where you want to go and how you want to go. And just pretty much being your own boss and making your own decision on when you want to work, how you want to work, how hard you want to work. And it's nothing like working for yourself. And so this has always been something that I have done, which is looking for a way to bring income in the home and stay at home, because I was a stay-at-home mom the whole time. And so with the different businesses, it allowed me to still keep the routine with the kids going, but also figuring out a way to bring an extra income in the home. So that's why I love Surge 365. It's a huge industry, which is travel. Everyone does it. And I really love the fact that I don't have to convince someone that my product is the best product. And that's the one thing that really made me excited about it. And of course, the compensation plan, it's up to you on how much money you want to make. And there's no ceiling. There's no amount of money that the company won't write a check for you. The checks come all the time. You don't have to worry about the company taking off and disappearing and closing the doors. They're there. They're there to help us be successful. And I just love that whole idea of not convincing someone about a product. So I know, Rick, you're going to share with us what you were looking for when you got into Surge also.
I love your story. In fact, it sounds familiar. I'll tell you, Brenda, it was so nice for you to bring another stream of income coming into the home. A lot of times it's just one stream, and especially when you have kids, small kids. And so that was awesome for you to be able to create another stream of income. Well, for me, I was in absolute misery. I'm talking just misery. When I retired from the military, I went to work for a company in IT. And many of you who are from IT, you know that you never sleep. The product doesn't allow you to sleep. You got to get the job done. And I was working 80 hours a week. Leave in the morning, the kids are asleep. Come back, the kids are asleep. And, anything that you want to change, you cannot tolerate or it will persist. And so I was in complete misery. The bright light is I started serving to the community. And so I went into the community and I discovered the community. And then I discovered my passions in the community. Now, this is very, very interesting. I started thinking, how can I stay in the community and fulfill my vision, fulfill my passions, if I could just cut out this work piece that's killing me? And so February 7th, 2005, I let my boss go. And of course, he said, are you serious? What about your family? Don't you care about your family? I said, well, that's why I'm letting you go. I didn't have a plan. Now, we were in the travel business, but I didn't know you can make money from it. We were just traveling wholesale instead of retail and write it off and get paid on our own travel. So I went to the community. I started serving in the community on boards, on commissions, and solving real problems that people are having. Working with the homeless, working with children, working with adults that were looking for different things and couldn't find it in their lives. And I found my passion in the community, but of course I needed to have an income. And interesting thing happened. We had this travel business. And one thing that's awesome, and I didn't know this about network marketing, is that when you train other people, you're actually duplicating yourself. And so I'm a professional. I start understanding what Surge 365 YTV at that time was all about. And I transferred my professional skills into the business. And a gentleman came along and I started training him. Now, he was a professional network marketer. He took the ball and he ran with it. He said, I got this, Sonny. And so it allowed me to stay in the community and focus on the community while receiving a check that kept Brenda happy, and getting a check that kept increasing. In fact, in 2006, we made six figures, about $650,000. Now, I'm not even working the business. I passed on a tool, and it taught me something. It taught me that I could put the effort from my professional skills to learn something and train other people. And whenever you help somebody get what they want, you get everything that you want. And I was able to serve in the community and to stay in the community. And I found my passion in the community. And one of the things as we progressed further with ITV, and then Surge is a new company. And because we were in a position, they asked me to bring my team over into Surge. And I said, sure, where else am I going? I'm not a network partner. And so we became founders of Surge 365 in 2015, March 2015. And they created a product called the Vortex. Now, me as a community builder, my passion is in the community. But when I saw that Vortex, and if you haven't had a chance to look at the Surge 365 Vortex, you definitely want to do that. Well, what is it? It's a booking engine. It gets Move Expedia out of the way, and it puts you in that same market space, except for one thing. Expedia connects consumers to the vendors pay Expedia. Last year, Expedia 2019, $85 billion. And so, of course, me as a community builder, I know that what we need in the community is money. Unless you have money, you're just talking. I had come to the point where I said, I'm not going to another meeting. We need money. So I determined in myself, let me look at this vortex and let me apply this vortex to create corporate income with churches, with organizations, with businesses. Because this vortex, which is in the same market space as Expedia, now connects consumers to the vendor. The vendor pays Search 365. But get this, the hotels that are booked through the vortex, the person saves with this free complimentary link, 60%. Whomever owns the vortex earns 60% of whatever they save. So if they save $100, that's $60 coming to the organization, to the church, to the individual, to the business. And as a community builder, I said, Eureka, we have access to unlimited wealth that we don't have to ask permission for. And so when people today are talking about boycotting, like, no. You harness and you redirect wealth that you can control and put where it needs to go. And so we're building the center in my hometown, New Bedford, Massachusetts. And we're building a community empowerment center. In fact, we're building 6 community empowerment centers across the country. We're going to start with Massachusetts, then Miami, then Atlanta, Tacoma, and then we've got 2 spots remaining. So I want to show you the center that we're going to build. Won't be before you long here, but this is important to me. So this is the West End. I'm from the West End in New Bedford, Massachusetts, the West End Community Empowerment Foundation. And our goal is to use the vortex so that instead of people booking through Expedia, which owns all the other companies, and they actually set the public rate, our vortex looks at the public rate set by Expedia and Priceline and comes in 90+% of the time, 60% less for hotels. And the owner of the vortex earns 60% of whatever it saved. So we're going to organize communities within Massachusetts, within Miami, within Atlanta, and Tacoma, Washington, to use the vortex. Why would they do that? Because not only are they saving money, they're supporting a cause that they can believe in. So I was thinking about this as I wrap up. 20,000 transactions through the vortex and generating a savings of $50, and typically it's more, is $1 million. These centers are about 10 million. So folks, 200,000 transactions as 7.7 billion people all locked down at the same time are ready to spread their wings and travel. Imagine giving an unlimited vortex link out to not only folks in the United States, it's an international link, but to the world. Oh, we can do 20,000 transactions. And if Expedia last year can make 85 billion, I truly believe it's possible to take market share to build these community empowerment centers across the United States. And so I ask you to join me. I ask you to join with me, whether you come in the business or not. Get with the person that has a free vortex link. Now, this happens to be my passion. You know, I sleep it, I eat it, and when I look at things that are going on in the world today, nothing happens without money. This is a tool. So I know Mariano has some things that he'd like to share. I'm living my dream, folks, and I'm going to turn it over to Mariano. You've got it, my friend.
Thanks, Rick. You know, just like with the rest of the folks that you've heard today, I started with YTB back in the day, but at the time that I heard about it, let me give you a little bit of background. I'm retired Air Force as well, and thank you for all of you that have served our country in whatever capacity it's been, whether it's been through the military or the Peace Corps or any of the other organizations that we've got, and thank you for your service. So when it came time for me to retire, my last assignment was actually over in Saudi Arabia. And I tell people that was the best thing that could have happened to me because it made me change the way that my brain or the way I thought about stuff. Because, if you've ever been to another country, you know that things aren't the same as they are here in the United States. And of course, being in the military for that length of time, you do business a certain way, or you have a thought pattern of how things are typically done. Well, working in that environment with the military in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they do things totally different. I could go hours and talk to you about that, but the thing is that just suffice to say, their process and how they live life is different. One of the first indicators was the fact they stopped and prayed 5 times a day. And if you want to do anything in the community, like either it was just going to a gas station or going to the grocery store, and it was during prayer times, you weren't getting it. All right. So that in itself, living within that society, made me change the way that I thought. And so while I was there, and I knew that this was going to be my last assignment. And so it was a great transition to again, get my mind to be a little bit more open to other ways of making money. And so while I was there, I learned how to scuba dive. And I know I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, where the desert is. But just like my boss said, have you guys ever heard about the Arabian Gulf or the Red Sea? Well, as it turned out, I became an avid diver, and I was actually going to help one of the guys that was the instructor where we used to go to learn how to dive or teach people how to dive. I was going to join him in an enterprise in Tampa, Florida, to open up a scuba dive shop and a training center and so on and so forth. And I was extremely excited about that because I was going to be able to make serious 6 figures. And so when I got back from Saudi Arabia, my family didn't know who the heck I was because I was so excited and stoked about this opportunity to get wet, have fun, and then make some serious money. Well, unfortunately, that never happened because he broke up with his girlfriend. And so that dream went away. But, because of my military background, and I know a lot of you that have served, you'll understand what I'm saying in that, we've got those skill sets that defense contractors want and can use pretty quickly. So that's always a good option for us, as far as, getting an opportunity right out of serving the military. So because that other dive dream went away, a couple of friends of mine called me and found out that I was available. So I worked for some DoD companies to help them with a program that I had been working while I was on active duty. Well, the whole time period I was doing that, I knew that really wasn't where I wanted to end up because, with DoD contractors, that the contracts are only 3 to 5 years in length. And sometimes you don't know from one year to the next if you've got a job or not. So I wanted something that I wanted to have something that I could control my own destiny with. And so while I was, doing the DoD thing, I was also looking at other options. And I ran into a colonel that I had been working with before. And so he said, so what are you doing? I says, well, I'm doing this now, but I'm actually, looking for opportunities or other things. And he says, oh, so you are open up opportunities? I said, absolutely. So he introduced me into network marketing. And it was a company that at the time, back in the day, if you can remember, and I'm dating myself, that was the deregulation of the telephone industry. So we were selling long distance, and this would be well before cell phones. A long time ago, you had to pay for your long distance, and of course, in today's environments, even though nobody thinks about that, right? So anyway, got to working with a company, very lucrative. People were making thousands and millions, but unfortunately, the founder of the company, he sold it to another company who had a different mindset. And unfortunately, they took the opportunity away from us because they didn't like how things were going from a financial standpoint. They didn't care about the people in the field. So after that opportunity ended, what I was really looking for was a company that, first of all, that the leadership in the company cared about the people in the field, and that they were people of integrity, and that they were people that told it straight. That because what happened with that communications company is that we were at a convention, and the corporate representative that was there was excited to see where we were going or where we were taking our products and services. And 30 days to the day after that, they shut the company down. And they could have told us, that things were, because we had heard rumors that there was some unrest or some things were, possibly going to go. But the guy had a great opportunity to let everybody know that, hey, we got some issues. We're looking at them, but, we're with you, we're not, or, anyway. Bottom line was that I didn't like what happened. So as I was looking for another opportunity, first of all, I knew one thing, that the compensation plans with any reputable network marketing opportunity are amongst the best in the world, because there's no limit to what you can make. It's all on you, and so I knew about that. So I wasn't really too concerned about the compensation plan. What I was concerned about again was the integrity of the leadership, who they were, where they came from. Well, did they care about the people in the field and those kind of things? Well, when Rick introduced me to, at the time it was YTB, and one of the directors at the time that was going around the countryside stopped and gave me the story about YTB. I asked Bill. I said, Bill, let me ask you a couple of questions. I said, I'm okay. Well, first of all, I liked the industry, because just like what Brenda was saying, it wasn't something I had to sell. I just had to share it with people because they already knew what they wanted. They just needed a better tool to use to get what they wanted. So I liked that idea because I knew that I didn't have to convince somebody to go on vacation. So I said, Bill, I need to ask you about 3 questions. First of all, who are the people that own this company? What kind of people are they? Are they corporate types? Are they people that have been in the industry? Give me a little bit of history about that. So when he told me that the founders were, first of all, men of faith, that was a big plus right there. And he said, and they're people that have been in the direct sales industry and started up this company because they knew there was a great opportunity with the travel industry. So there's 2 pluses right there. And I said, so how do they think about the people out in the field? And he says, they're all about the people in the field. He says, in fact, the chief visionary officer, his motto is if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Just that simple. And so I said, I'm in. Because you see, when you have people that are, first of all, again, I don't know where you are as far as faith goes or if you're religious or not, but when you've got people of integrity, okay, regardless of where that comes from, that's an important thing, because that's the foundation of everything that rolls. Just because, like Laura was saying earlier, if you take care of the people are going to take care of the company, because they really are what the company's all about. And so again, like Laura said, every time these guys have come up with something new, a new tool or a new feature, it's always been better than what they proposed it to be, and which it's always turned out better. So anyway, the track record that these guys have is unbelievable. We've been through a lot of turmoil, just like we went through 9/11, we went through 2008, and we've been through a lot of ups and downs in the company, but the company's still here. So that should tell you something as well. So when you've got guys that have integrity, you have guys that care for the people out in the field, and then you've got a product that everybody is using all over the world, then how could you lose? Okay. So that's really what I was looking for. And I found it it was called YTB back then. But then when Surge 365 was created, and we were able to offer people a discounted travel service for free, that not only it looks for the lowest internet price for you, searching 15 different sites. So our algorithm does, right? 15 most popular, so once it finds the lowest price, then it sets our Vortex price up to 60% lower than that. How is that a bad deal? I mean, so we're saving people not only money, but we're saving them time, because we know through research that whenever somebody goes to shop for an online travel service, they don't just go to one site. So, if nothing else, just like Rick was saying, become a Vortex customer, because we're going to do all the work for you. And all you got to do is decide whether you want to use our service or not. Don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you're saving money. And even if it's $2, I know that I've lost sales because of $2, because it was cheaper someplace. But the bottom line is that we're going to save you money 9 times out of 10. So the odds are in your favor. And so because of all that, and then when you add on top of that, when we added the membership, and the savings are even bigger than that, it really is a no-brainer because, when you stop and realize that spending $500 on a tool that's going to possibly change your life if you want to do it that way, because another thing I love about the company is that there's no quotas or there's no, rules about how you use it. I mean, it's your business. You do it how you want. You take advantage of whatever the options that are out there, and there's a whole bunch of them. So you just decide how you want to use it and what you want to do and go from there. So I really want to just leave you with one slide that kind of encapsulates everything we're talking about here. And we really think that what we've offered you today or what we shared with you today is something that you really need to consider seriously. Okay, we want you to get started today. If you like anything about what we said, please get started today, because we know one thing: if it makes sense today, it's going to make sense tomorrow. So the biggest package that we have is called the top, or the travel owner package, and for a one-time fee of $4.99 and then a $99.95 monthly fee, you can have everything that we have to offer. What's kind of cool about the environment right now is that we have a stimulus offer that the company is offering. So for the first 3 months after joining us, there's no monthly fee. So the company's already saving you $300. And the other cool part about those monthly fees is that they go towards an annual vacation reward that is 7 nights of vacation you can take at a location of over 3,000 locations around the world. Now, that in itself, that vacation itself is worth thousands of dollars, okay? Because these are 4- and 5-star resorts that are available to you. And, many of them are going to be like within driving distance. But the other thing I want to share with you is if $4.99 is a little bit much for you right now, we also have a travel income package, or the tip package, that's available for $2.99 and then $99.95 a month. It doesn't have some of the benefits of the top package, but it does have the annual vacation reward, and it also comes with a stimulus offer of 2 months of monthly fees. So they're saving you $200 with that option. So with that, I just want to say, folks, again, if it makes sense in any way, shape, or form, and especially with what's about to happen, that the travel industry is about ready to explode, is now that the company or the country and the rest of the world is starting to open up again. You want to be on board to take advantage of that flood that's about to occur. So again, please get back with the person that invited you to listen to our presentation this morning. And, again, as a minimum, become a Vortex customer. But if nothing else, or look at one of the other 2 packages, because it could be the answer that you're looking for. So anyway, thanks for letting me share. I'm going to turn back over to Brenda so she can close out. But guys, have a great day and God bless.
All righty. Thanks, everyone. So we just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you why we decided to join Surge 365, because we know a lot of people can relate to all of us, or a couple of us, or you have your own experience. But this is the real deal. There's nothing hidden. Everything is out in the open. We're here to help you be successful, so you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to stock your garage with a bunch of products that you'll never use. You don't have to be on an auto ship. I'm telling you, this is the real deal, and you want to look into this. So get back to the person who invited you to watch this video. Contact one of us. Now with social media and Zoom, it is so easy to reach out and touch folks. And we want to help you start your circle of friends so you can start building your Surge 365 business and begin to change your family's financial future. Look, between the 4 of us, we have over 60 years of experience in this travel industry. So we are able to answer your questions, show you what to do, how to do, when to do. We're here to help you be successful. So again, get back to the person who invited you to watch this video. We look forward to seeing everyone on the beaches of the world, because we are your most trusted travel team. So everyone have a great rest of the day, and you all take care. Bye-bye now.